How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews back with yet another review. And today we're going to be going with a little bit of aged beer action in the form of a American style barley wine from North Coast Brewing. Their class of '88. This is technically a collaboration beer between North Coast, Deschutes, and Rogue. I guess the premise behind it was each of them kind of got together and did a little bit of a joint collaboration. Then each of them brewed their own style based off of that collaboration. And what we're doing today is North Coast's interpretation of that beer. I've had this before. I had it when it first came out, which I believe was March of 2013. This is middle October 2014, so we're looking about a year and a half old already. And have a couple bottles, so I figured I'd crack one and see what age is doing to it. From memory, what I remember is that the beer didn't impress me all that much. It was a little thin, wasn't too robust, and it was a little bit too hop forward for me, even for an American style barley wine. So, like I said, about a year and a half later, have a couple of them sitting around, might as well crack one and see where she sits. But as far as what this one says on the bottle up top here, we have 25 years, class of '88, North Coast Brewing Company. Let's see, 25 years, the essential craft brewer's profile, all your craft brewer information, main stuff, 10% alcohol by volume, and 75 IBUs. Class of '88, Barleywine Style Ale. North Coast, Rogue, Deschutes Brewery. Brewed and bottled by North Coast Brewing, Fort Bragg, California. On this side over here, we have government warning and brewery stuff. On this side, we have a little bit of an explanation, I guess you could say. It says here, Class 88. A quarter century ago, a passion for craft brewing ignited across the country. Today, the founding brewers of 1988 have united to commemorate that seminal year with a special selection of beers. Every bottle is a portal to the renaissance of craft brewing, each steeped in heritage and expert craftsmanship. Enjoy this tribute to the class of '88. So yeah, label-wise, pretty cool. Nothing too crazy stuff, but pretty nice. Pretty simple, pretty to the point. So yeah, there you go. So I'm a huge North Coast guy. Love Deschutes too, but North Coast is one of my favorite breweries, specifically because they make North Coast Old Stock, which is in my Hall of Fame as far as beers go. So, like I said, this is their interpretation of it, of an American style barley wine. So we'll see what we got going on. This cork is going to be a sucker to get off. Ooh. Let's see. Wow. Might have to get some assistance for this one. Ooh. God, I ain't getting that sucker off there, so I'm going to have to get up a wine opener. There you go. And I'm back. Got my super ghetto, half-broken wine opener here. See if we can use this to get this sucker off there. Let's see. There she comes. You fight, but in the end, you will get removed. So yeah, I'm taking a little doing to get out. Yeah. So let's see what we got going on here. Nice golden color. A little bit lighter than what I'd expect out of American style barley wine. Super crazy creamy head. Like, bubbles are infinitely tiny. Super creamy top. Looks like it might stick around for a hot minute. Color-wise, it's got a very murky, very dense body to it. Debris-wise, not actual like super high gravity as far as like murky cloudiness, uniformity. There's like the amazing a ton of particles just floating around in there, and yeah, decent carbonation. Nice orange, yellow, goldenish color. Almost like a Belgian-style triple, it looks like, especially with the debris floating around in there. So, yeah. Let's see what she has on the nose. It definitely smells like a barley wine. The American-style barley wine. Doesn't seem as hop forward as what I remember it being. But it definitely smells like a barley wine. Nice amount of... It's like a citrus from the beer and then a citrusy hop too. A little bit of malt, nothing too crazy. Just a ton of citrus. Orange peel. Yeah. A little bit of maltiness. Maybe a little bit of caramel in there too. But yeah, it smells better than what I remember. So hopefully it delivers. Yeah, it smells quite nice. Let's dive right in. Cheers. It's not too bad. Better than what I expected from memory. But it just goes to show you what a year and a half can do to a beer. Still seems like it needs a bit of time on it. That hop present is there with a little bit of dryness, but it's not overly dry. It's got a nice toffee caramel developing in it that I don't remember from being there from the first time I had it. Nice creamy mouthfeel. Not super dense, not thin, somewhere in between. There's not as much citrus in the mouth as there is in the nose, but it's there. But it's this really interesting, slight caramelly toffee, almost English style barley wine, old ale-ish taste that's kind of coming out that I know wasn't there the first time I had it. Like I said, basing this off memory. And this being about, like I said, about a year and a half old, 5 years would probably be my wheelhouse for this beer. 10% alcohol, the amount of hops that are in it, I'm guessing 10 years would probably make this thing shine like crazy. But yeah, it's quite a nice beer. Again, not the most scientific thing in the world, not that beer tasting in general is scientific, but not, my rating of this, based off of memory, from when I first had it, I'd probably give it in the low 80s, probably around like an 81, 82. Where it is now, a year and a half in, I'd probably give it like an 86, 87. So like any true good barley wine, it's gaining with age. Now, like I said, give this another 3.5, 4 years, it'd probably get in the low, at least the low 90s. And I'm super interested to see where it goes. And that's one of the great things about high ABV beers that are ageable, is having a couple of them available and seeing where they go. So, yeah. Like I said, overall, I'll probably give it like an 86, around there. Availability-wise and value, it was brewed once. So, I mean, those are probably going to big NAs. I think when I got it, it was decently readily available. I've actually seen this on a couple shelves in this area, so you can still find it. And as far as value, I think it was right around like $10 to $12 a bottle, which wasn't that bad at all. So yeah, another review in the books. As far as liking it, it's more, again, an aged beer, so it's kind of a hard thing to touch on. If you like aged beers, if you like aged barley wines, if you like aged whatever, when you find this sitting on the shelves, I'd say pick it up. Now, if you're into good beer, and in, like, say, 3-4 years down the line, you're talking about 2017, 18, if you see this floating around somewhere at a decent price and not overblown selling because it's aged, definitely be something you want to pick up. So, yeah. North Coast, Class of 88, North Coast version. They collaborated with Rogue and Deschutes on. Not too bad with some age on it. Brand new, not so much with some age. Definitely give it a thumbs up. So, yeah, like I said, another review in the books. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. If you enjoyed it, hate it, somewhere in between, please leave comments in the comments section below. If you'd like to check us out on the internet, or other than YouTube, obviously, you can on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Massive Beers. We're way more active on Instagram, so if you're going to check us out anywhere, check us out there. And yeah, another one down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Hopefully you enjoyed a nice beer right now, and hopefully see you next time. Cheers.